Hey everyone, welcome to episode 93 of the Star Wars Popcast. My name's Christopher,
And I'm Lex.
and we do have Patrick here. He's kind of like in Force Ghost form right there, but we'll bring him back later.
We'll have him guide us going forward.
Yeah, yeah. We should just have. Should we have him run? We'll have Force Ghost Patrick on. Just see that. Oh, there we go. Patrick sighting.
We have a Force Ghost.
We've got a Force Ghost. Yeah, we'll bring him in after when he gets camera ready there. But what's new with you, Lex? We haven't spoken in a while. It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just busy working. It's been quite fun getting to shop for everyone else. So I got you and Patrick's gifts ready. I got my family's gifts. I'm doing the Secret Santa again with the girls. So we're going to do another Gals of the Galaxy stream. So definitely been taking full advantage of like Black Friday and all the Amazon deals and stuff like that, which has been fun. So definitely spending a lot of money, but it's been fun. It's always a great time of year, I feel like.
There we go. There's Patty. Hey,
there we
Patty.
go. Sorry, guys. I was coming in hot. I've been running around all morning, man. All morning. I had to take my son for his bolt. They had the high school bazaar today, so bolt bazaar. So I had him up. He did his volunteer time. Got home. Went to the grocery store with my wife. Came back home. Had to take my daughter to her shift up there.
Mm-hmm.
Ran to the mall to get a Christmas gift for my wife while no one was around. Raced back home. Drove her to work. Drove back. Boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
Busy.
That time of year, man. Just busy.
Busy.
You've been busy with your collaborations. I saw you posted other image today with the Armorer and Bo-Katan for your what was it called? The lady, the woman of Star Wars there?
Yes, the theme this Saturday was women of Star Wars. So I could have picked any one, of so many different characters. Like, of course, I was thinking of, my new Ahsoka the White, with the two blades out. Yeah. But I went back and I said, wait a second. I wanted that new Armorer with the acrylic base and her flying. That was one that we wished for, right? That was on our wish list in 2023. So I can't go out in 2024 without photographing that sucker. So I figured,
agreed.
Yeah, the theme, women. I was like, well, I could do just the Armorer because that's what I was first thinking, just the Armorer. But then the way when I show you, when you guys see the video, it'll explain, because I started with a backdrop that had like an actual structure in it, and I end up removing it and then made it more cloud and stuff. But when I put the pops on there, it looked more like a fiery cloud, as opposed to, it did look kind of like a fiery cloud, but like different. It looked more like, really intense with the color. So I kind of went in a different direction and added Bo-Katan and felt like the Armorer needed, a buddy.
A companion? Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like, Deadpool, Wolverine, hold our beers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These women are going to kick some ass. So I went with that. And then what was funny was, then what Bo-Katan? Do I use the one with her with the Darksaber? Do I use the two blasters? So I gave that decision on. She goes, and this is funny, not being obviously huge in the Funko and critique. She just said, the one with the Darksaber, it looks awkward. The pose just looks awkward. The other one looks way cooler.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said in my review too. Like she looks awkward because she's flying backwards or something.
Yeah, she's like, it just didn't look right. She's like, if she was holding it a different way, the Darksaber one would totally. But like the double blasters, you can see she's kind of jetting back and she's got them out. It's all right. Mm-hmm. But just
and there was a couple other images too, like our buddy Yanyo. Yeah. He did the Hoth Leia. That looks really cool.
Yeah, that one looked great.
Yeah, I like that one too. So,
but it's been fun.
You've been pretty busy. You've been busy. You've been doing it for a couple weekends now. 3 weekends, 4 weekends.
Yeah. So it's been kind of fun. It makes it. What happens is when you're so used to this, as we all do as creators, you try to schedule things so that you have more to life than just your job. Creation grinding, and then you got your other stuff. So it shifted me a little bit, which took a little bit getting used to, because they drop on Saturdays and I don't always have the time to shoot more than one image. So I have like an image for the holiday already shot that I'll be dropping and this and that. I was hoping to use that for something. I also used that same image that I dropped today in was it the Funko head-to-head or whatever?
Yeah, I saw that.
So it seems to be whooping it up on the other image. So we'll see.
Yeah, it looked like it. It looked like your image was wiping the floor with the other image.
Go take a look. Go vote.
Which again, it's all subjective. Honestly, I'd rather just people like them rather than vote on who's better. Yeah. But because I hate to think that I'm just open. Every time I shoot an image, I try to open a tall boy, and I don't do it in competition. I just try to bring the image of the highest level because that's just me. That's what I do.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, how have you guys been?
We're proud of you. We're proud of you.
We are.
Our Patrick is growing up, going out into the real world.
Holy shit, guys! I can't forget to tell you, I applied for the Funko photographer / loungefly position.
Yeah. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I literally just submitted my resume and stuff.
Nice.
But I threw my
wife. If you get
I don't have plans on moving.
Where's it out of? I was gonna say, do you have to move to Everett? Like, what if they gave it to you and they're like, you got to relocate to Everett?
Well, that would have.
Would you do it?
Like, I do it. My wife, I think, would she want to? Not in the state with her mother. Mother's not in great health, and we only have X amount of time, so she'll want to stay here. I don't know.
You can move separate. You can live separate for a while.
The other thing is, could I move out there?
She would understand.
Ahead of time. You know what I mean? Because there's really, when you're moving like that, you got to go find a place. Have the wife fly out, see it. I don't know if there'll be all that. I don't know if they'd be, willing to do that. But I'd be willing to uproot my life to live the dream, man. Like I would. So yeah,
to do something you're very loving for, like that you love to do and that you're passionate about. I feel like there's no better job out there.
I wouldn't think it'd work. I would just be like, oh, guess what? I guess I'm doing this all day long. This is my, you know what I mean?
Oops.
Well,
God.
But
we'll have the inside scoop. We'll have the inside scoop from Patrick.
Pat Connor would have to probably sign NDAs out the yin yang because he would leak. He would want to leak to you guys the good stuff.
They'll be like, you can't even do the Popcast anymore. There's too much of a chance that you'll leak something.
No, you know what? They'd banish me from any Star Wars. It'd be Marvel, My Little Pony, all the anime. But I don't know. This position seems more Loungefly centric, so it could be more clothing, more bags, more accessories, stuff like that. Which, whatever. Yeah. I'm throwing my hat in the ring. At the very least. There's another couple positions I threw my hat in the ring for this week. One is for Roger Williams University. They needed a multimedia photographer position. Threw my resume out there. So I'm trying to. I'm kind of being a little choosy about trying to get like something that's creative. Like if I'm going to be doing the same thing, I'll stay where I'm at. But I want something more creative. So
yeah, that makes sense. Any new pickups?
What's that?
Any new pickups?
Well, yes, I as I've been doing shopping for everybody else, and let me tell you, I don't know how I can afford to even afford paying attention.
Patrick's been grabbing cat food left and right.
Yep.
Well, no, I haven't really. No, cat food. Are you kidding? I bought the gravy train for the kids, man. We got like, crazy stuff. So like Pat Connor is broke, but I was able to find things on like sale because the holiday and Black Friday and stuff.
Yeah.
So I went to GameStop to pick up something for my son that I had where I could pick in-store pickup. And I found this little guy sitting there just by himself. I'm like, oh, look at that.
Nice.
He's cute. And I think these are always fun if I want to include him in a shoot. Like he's almost the scale to the pop, so it's kind of fun. So I'm like, oh, that would be cool having him looming in the background like that. And so the guy's like, was that the only one? I said, yeah. So we looked in the bin and these are like buy two, get one free. And I think I paid $4 total for these. So I picked up another one. I picked up this little dude.
Okay.
With the little spiders. So I think this is going to be fun to shoot. And then this one, I wanted this pop, and I never got the pop, but I love this little guy with the butterfly.
The butterfly. You don't have the butterfly pop?
No, that was the one. I think I told you guys I ordered it, and I honestly thought I ordered that one. And when I did my unboxing, I was kind of like in unboxing in the video. There's kind of like a pause and like an awkward because it was him eating blue cookies. I'm like, that's not what I ordered. I really gave a crap about the cookies. I didn't want that one. So I don't know. So I picked up those, and that was a steal. But I think I showed you I picked up the Anakin Skywalker last week, right?
Yeah.
Well, I did pick up this yesterday over at Target. So it comes with all 5 characters in here.
Interesting. So apparently, where are the rest of them? Underneath?
They're underneath. So I watched the video that Doorables actually had where they unboxed it. Underneath this like kind of a hollow projector, it's like a lid, and the other 4 are stuck in there, and so I'll pop them off. But this is on sale right now at Target for $4 and some change, less than $5. So you're getting 5 little vinyl figures for $5, dude. You can't beat that. The other neat thing I
wonder if because like you saw the review I did on my little 2-pack, right? And it's like
lights up or anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it lights up, but you got to keep it in the box.
Yeah, I think that could have an element. I don't know.
Yeah.
But what I was doing was taking my flashlight that Lex hooked me up and told me about. So I did my black light flashlight on top of this and literally kind of held it over the whole packaging. It looked pretty neat like that. But my thought is, if I want to ever recreate Order 66 Ahsoka scene, I'm gonna save this hollow projector, sticker on that like it's the hollow table, and then I can have Rex and the other clone troopers around the table. So I'm like, when I saw this for $5, and I'm literally looking at just the figure, and I'm like, damn, I wish it was a Palpatine. I'm looking like, oh, you get some of these other ones. I might be able to do something with that one of these days, But then I'm looking at the table itself. I'm like, oh, that's exactly what I want to do the Ahsoka. And I just saw someone did a beautiful, beautiful image of Ahsoka Black Series doing that Order 66 scene. And the diorama was on point. He had like this 3D printed kind of console. Behind that, you could see where the windows of the ship were. It was like the hyperspace on a screen. Then he had that table with her. Oh, dude, it was so well posed. So I was like, when I saw that, it was like all those things that I've wanted to be able to do, and saw someone else recently pull that off. I was like, oh, that's really cool. It was like, I have to get this for $5.
Yeah,
you got it.
Yeah,
and I think they usually go for 15 for that thing. So, but yeah, the Doorables. I saw your video yesterday with the packaging, and that's why I was like, oh. So I did not film that yesterday because of that. Because I was like, all right, when I go to film this, I need to be ready. Like for I can't just wing it. I want to see if and be prepared for how this can be packaged because there's probably some light fixture on.
Which that's the only thing I'm disappointed in is with that 2-pack, anyways. Because the other set I have that they look like you can open them up and have them loose, but like I can't have those 2 loose in any way with the light because like they don't sit on that base unless it's in the package.
My thought was when you just cut the Death Star flaps, just cut those off and keep it in that kind of angular clear on the top of the base.
I don't know.
That didn't look bad.
I'll leave it in the box, that one. They're forcing me to. So.
The other Doorables I have is one of those little mini sets.
Yeah.
One of those scenes.
Yeah.
It wouldn't look bad.
Lex? You pick anything up? No?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I picked up a Lego set, but not like anything Funko yet.
That's fine. What Lego set did you get?
It's a retired set that's a bit older, but it's something that I've had my eye on for quite a while. So I have like one of the 2 parts. Here. Let me see. I don't want to like break it, but it's Jabba's palace.
Oh,
that's cool.
That's
awesome. Like Han in the back. So, and then there's a second set that's like a Rancor pit that you can put under it, and then like
that's cool.
Slides back and forth and stuff. So at some point I'll get the other part, but
you didn't do a live build of this, did you?
No, I didn't. They had it already built at the Bricks and Minifigs, but I saw it and I was like, oh, I gotta have it. And they were like, if you pay cash, we'll give you like 15% off. And I was like, okay, here you go.
I'm done.
Easy peasy. So that was like my little gift to myself. But other than that, I haven't really purchased anything for myself. Lots of spending for others. It's that season, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. I've kind of held off. Like I was going to buy Kim the other day off the Funko site because he's available now, but I kind of held off. One thing I don't know if we want to try this on here. Have you ever purchased a pop using your reward points?
I haven't. I think you mentioned you've tried and it wasn't super successful.
I thought you could. Originally you couldn't, but they only a month or 2 months, 3 months ago put the announcement, like right after I made that comment on our channel. Funko made an announcement and a change, so now you can use those points. What they did is they gave an announcement the other day. It was like, if you use X amount of points, it's $10 off. X amount of points is $20 or $15, and then another is $20. And I think he's like 12. So do I just use $15 of the points, or do I use 10 and put in the $2? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
But I might do that to get him. I might do it just to get them for free. See, what else do you do with them?
Hello, General Skywalker.
Yeah. Thanks for hopping in the chat. I didn't pick up anything Funko related. I mean, I got the what are they called? I'm trying to think what they're called. The Mighty Mugs. I got like a whole bag of them.
Wow.
You love those.
So I got hold on, let me grab a couple. I'll show you a couple of them. These ones are probably my favorite too. I just gotta find the other one. Where is he?
Chris is totally changing to how he's shooting now, even his background.
Yeah, I know.
He's changed it up a bit. I was just commenting on that earlier before we hopped on, and he was like, "Man, I'm gonna have to sell some stuff."
So here's two I'm gonna show you guys. The rest you'll have to wait for my December haul.
Oh, wow.
Rex and Cody.
Whoa, those are good.
Cool.
Yeah.
What are they? Are they like squishy or like?
No, they're vinyl figures. They're Mighty Mugs.
Who makes them? Is it Mighty Mugs?
I think so. I think that's the brand. Yeah. So you guys have probably seen the other ones where they're a bit smaller and you pop the head and the face. Yeah, those are like the newer versions. These were the original ones. Oh, but I got like 9 of them. I got like 9 of them for $60. So
that's a great deal.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So not Funko related, but hey.
I didn't pick up anything Funko related, but I just happened to, throw a few dollars at these. Those are pretty badass.
No, they're pretty cool. So I got a plan. I think I'm going to save my bottom shelf in my display case for those. Because I already got 4 from before.
Chris, I almost got tempted yesterday, and I'm still tempted to go back.
Yeah.
I saw at my local collectibles, the Toy Vault, they had not the Unleashed, the statue sizes that you had, but it was a card-backed Unleashed of Darth Vader on Bespin with the, that like tower thing he's standing on, and Bespin reaching out, lightsaber, dude, insane.
Sorry, it wasn't Unleashed, or it wasn't the Unleashed one?
It was Unleashed, but it wasn't nearly the scale of the ones I think you have. It was like back. It was at a hobby store, collectible store I go to. But it looked awesome, dude. Awesome.
This one here?
I think it. I can't see. Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, so it's Unleashed. It comes. Well, this is a newer one. This was a newer one. This was an older one.
Oh,
this was the older one. So it came on. Here's some more images like that.
Yeah,
there's another version. Yeah, there's another version. Hold on. I'm gonna go to eBay for a minute.
But I was really tempted because I was like, man, that looks awesome.
Yeah, like there's this one. Well, keeps opening on new tab.
Oh, I've seen those. Unleashed.
There's this one here.
They're not as big, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Exactly the one.
That's the one you saw?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's also a unmasked
exactly
one,
Ooh.
which looks cool too.
But yeah, I hadn't seen that one before, and I'm like, dude, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's where's the unmasked one here?
Now you have him jumping off the steps from Return of the Jedi, right?
Yeah, which is this one here. So they released a new sculpt altogether, but they have an unmasked one with that other sculpt right here.
Oh.
Well, it looks like it comes with the mask too. Yeah.
Yeah. But the other one doesn't, like. There's that other one that I showed you guys that doesn't it's the same sculpt, but the mask doesn't come off. So they released 3 versions of Darth Vader. The unmasked one goes for like $100 or more.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they had that.
Yeah, I've been watching. There's a guy who has one local here for like $150. I'm tempted. Maybe after the holidays. But there's also a Slave Leia one that's $150 too, and that one's rare.
See, I'm trying to keep, the spending like it's the holiday.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe I'm hoping maybe I can wrangle a few bucks to sock aside, and I feel that we're about to get something. Like I feel like the well is dry Funko wise right now. Like now that Kim's released, the only thing that hasn't released that we know was announced was the droid from the gaming greats.
The droid?
The Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic one.
Like the dog one?
You know which one I'm talking, the TM whatever, the blue droid. He's kind of like gaming greats.
There's a blue gaming greats droid that...
Yeah, he's like a light blue with big... I can't remember the name of him. He's like TM something, big red eye.
He's the one that's like closer to the floor that kind of like looks like a sitting dog.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do know.
That hasn't released yet, surprisingly. It's been announced and just sitting on their site, but I don't know.
And my Ahsoka wave hasn't showed up at GameStop yet. I think it comes in this week. So
I'm still waiting for my ornaments. I ordered them like Black Friday, and I feel like they've been here by now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't wait because I want to get one of those Dollar Tree like taller. I have the mini version, like the desk version that I had the ornaments on, and I'm thinking of getting a larger one. And I saw a cool little hack. If you buy 2 of them, you could zip tie them together, and when you unfold it, it'll make it look like it's more full. I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool hack. And it's like $20, and it's a mini little tree that looks pretty full, small. So I might try that hack if they still have them to get the ornaments. But I'm excited because I got that Leia one that talks.
Yeah. So should we jump into our discussion then, or do you guys want to play a game? Because we might play a game at the end. We might play a game of Silos.
Let's jump into our discussion.
Okay, let's talk about our discussion, because we wanted to, since it's the holidays, we wanted to kind of come up with some ideas to give that Star Wars Funko collector in your life, or just Funko collector in general. So I think we've got a pretty decent list, a good start. If you are watching though, in the chat, or if you're watching on the replay, let us know in the comments what I don't know what Funko accessories or stuff you'd want as a Funko collector. But yeah, let's jump into that.
I speak.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
I love that. I like have to mouth it every time. The ability to speak. Well, I started out a list, so I feel like we have a jumping point at least. So here's my current start. So I feel like top of the list is something that I personally have always wanted, just for like my signed pops these days. But it is the vaulted vinyls display vault air. And I feel like it is a little bit more on the expensive side. I feel like, it's about $100, but I feel like it just looks so clean with like that chrome, and you can just even fit them in with like even having them in like a hard stack, it looks like.
Yeah.
So
that's not
if you're an inbox collector. I don't think so.
If you're an inbox collector.
Yeah. I don't think it's cardboard. Not for $100.
No, I don't think so.
All right, I hope not. Because I have seen something like this in cardboard. It looked really nice, but I was like, it's cardboard?
Oopsies. Yeah. I don't think it's
pretty neat. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
And who makes that? Funko?
Vaulted Vinyls, which they also make like pop protectors and hard stacks and stuff, but there's some other companies I think that I personally prefer when it comes to like hard stacks and pop protectors. Yeah, but they do have some other stuff. I just have always thought that shelf would be cool, like, to kind of distinguish. But yeah, they've got, some hard stacks, pop protectors, things of that nature. Got a carrying case if you needed to take your fancy pops on the go. So things of that nature.
That's a bit much. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. But hey, I mean, maybe if you're going like pulling up to a convention and you've got these expensive pops you're looking to trade and you want to be able to keep them safe, like, I guess.
Right? It has a purpose for sure.
It's definitely a thing, but
hopefully it comes with like a lock and key, right, to lock that case up too when you're traveling.
And a handcuff.
The handcuff, right?
Go to your wrist.
So somebody tries to steal those pops off of you. It ain't happening.
No,
that's cool though. I like that. It was very clean, very nice.
Yeah. It's definitely a nice little shelf. It might be foam-ish. It looks like it's kind of got some foam piece to it, but I don't know. It just looks super clean. It's always something that I've wanted. Now that I have accumulated a few signed pops, I was like, you know what? I feel like that'd be cool to kind of just differentiate from my other thing. But I know a lot of people use these, or there's other like cardboard ones. Like I know Funko James uses them. They're like kind of cardboard looking, similar to this, but they're cardboard, and you can kind of like put them up, and people use those. I forgot what they're called.
Yeah, I've seen those. Those they didn't look bad. That's what I thought this was at first. But yeah, they look clean.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be if you're looking at price point, under $100, you want to do something on the cheaper, you can get maybe 2 or 3 of them. You do that.
I think it's these by Display Geek. They're kind of like cardboard
ones, yeah. So a cheaper option. Yeah.
Yes, definitely a cheaper option. I've got like even kind of smaller ones. I've got them in white, different colors, but I guess they're cubby display cases is what it looks like they're calling them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Perhaps. So I know a few collectors use those. Funko James in particular is one just right off the top of my head that I know uses those. So
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, if you're an inbox collector. Also, like the hard stacks, like Lex mentioned, like hard stacks, which you can get pretty much anywhere. Like I don't know if there's like a brand people go for more than others.
I don't know. I mean, personally, I like the pop shields. I just feel like they're a little bit more cost friendly and durable, and they're magnetic. That was what I was kind of looking at earlier.
Magnetic, yeah.
And just click on, and they're super durable. I actually dropped one of them on accident, and it's still fine. So, but cost wise, I really like these. They're called Pop Shield Armor, but I just feel like they're pretty cost effective, and they really do a good job. So when it comes to like hard stacks, this is what I usually go with. I don't know if you guys have a preference for your hard stacks or your pop protectors, but
I don't. I've had the Funko one, the Funko brand one, and that's it for the hard ones. Otherwise, I've just done whatever, they've usually shipped in them. Those other harder clear ones, and I've kind of kept them, but I still have a pile of them now that I've been doing more and more unboxings of the clear ones, and I use the hard ones for like ones that I might save, or I feel like I still keep my Anakin with the Sith eyes in one, and the Darth Vader unmasked blue box in one, but everything else I haven't really been keeping in them.
Yeah, like I've got ones that I got sent I think last year by Pop Hard Case Canada, and they're really good. So if you're in Canada, you can check them out. Like very durable. They're not magnetic tops, but they just like sit on top, and they're pretty secure.
Right on.
So yeah. Another thing for inbox collectors is the baseball bat cases.
Yes,
those are nice.
Yeah.
Yes, I think these are definitely a hack. They will fit your typical Funko Pop, and they also fit the sodas. I'm a huge fan of these for my sodas. They even fit the cans and the little sodas like out of the can. But these are definitely a pretty big thing. It seems I see a lot of collectors have these. I know at one point, Chris, you had quite a few of these.
Yeah, I had quite a few. Before then I switched it up. But yeah, you can, even if you're an inbox collector, if you turn them vertically, you can. I think you can fit like 5 or 6 of them in box in there, standing on top of each other. So, yeah.
I think we've seen I think when we were looking on Reddit, when we were looking at other people's collections, we saw that some people had them to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is a neat way to do it.
Definitely a pretty popular one, and it looks like they're kind of on sale, I think.
Yeah. $30 US, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. So, I mean, considering it's normally $69.99, but hey.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a huge savings.
'Tis the season.
See, I for me, one of the things I was going to say to collectors would like, if you're an out of box collector, is some kind of way to display, and I will pull it up here. Share window. And I think something like this is what I've been kind of my go-to. For $7.90, it's not too bad. And, I'll buy them every once in a while. So it's not like I'm buying them bulk or anything, but I'll pick up a few of these every once in a while. And I have an unboxing, and I just start pulling them out of the boxes and freeing them at last. And, you could fit, typically I can fit a 4 across, unless they're like Grogu or a General Grievous, something that's a little bit bigger in girth, with their wingspans or whatnot.
Yeah.
Ear spans in the realm of Grogu. But I find these to be fairly cheap, really nice. They ship almost next day. It seems like you order them and they're there within a day. So I've enjoyed doing that. And I think it's been enabling me to enjoy the collection again in a different way. It's one thing you get it and you're like, yes, I have it. Then what? It sits on a shelf in a box. You don't look at it. So being able to do this, I've really enjoyed this. And Chris was, again, led me to the dark side, but I do believe this is the way to go. I mean, you collect them, you want to see them. And I get it. Some you want to keep in the box.
And there's a ton of different options when it comes to these acrylic risers as well. So if you're not even I think these look really good, but there's definitely a ton of other options. I think the one that Chris had pulled up actually for the thumbnail was on Amazon as well. So you even have these as an option. Like there's just a ton of these. So whatever you're kind of looking for, but just be mindful sometimes that when you do ones like this, the bases are a little bit bigger than the actual width of.
I have this one. I could show you. I have this.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I have this one for my brick heads even, but the acrylic shelves are a huge, it's a win. I know Chris makes his own, but for those of us that are not as crafty and things of that nature, these are super awesome.
Yeah.
So I did buy this one too.
Yeah.
I have one. So this one worked really well for my speeder bikes. The speeder bikes, the bases were thin enough that they sat perfectly on here, and I staggered them. And I was like, oh, that looked really cool. I ordered 2 more, and this is exactly what you're right, Lex. So when you put your pop on there, you see it's all right. There you go. Let me put it again.
Yeah.
See that it hangs off that ledge a little bit. Even when you're on the bottom, you can see it's quite a bit off that edge, So I have it because I might do something else with these, eventually.
Yeah.
But I'm going to probably swap those out for something different.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, those are a great option to go with. Especially those. Another option when it comes to kind of Amazon-esque shelves before we hop over to a different option is I think one of the gentlemen that we had on prior had these when it came to how he displayed his, but they're kind of like the floating wall mount shelves, and some people don't even screw them in. People like I've used these and I kind of just use command strips along the back. So these are definitely very versatile. It seems like they're a crowd favorite when it comes to inbox collectors. I'm sure you.
Yeah, and I think 4 inches. 4 inches. I think that holds it in box, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it does. I know a lot of people use them when they're in box. I haven't really seen too many out of box collectors use these, but I know these are definitely a crowd favorite.
Yeah.
And I know Chris sent these over when it comes to out of box, and if you kind of just have your pop up on the wall, this is a really good option.
Those are kind of cool.
I like those for out of box collectors if you got wall space.
Yeah,
100%.
And they have a bunch of different like things when it comes to these, like the 3D, the stuff that people can do with 3D printing is insane. Like I've seen hexagonal ones, like these are pretty popular, it seems. Like there's just a bunch of stuff out there these days.
Yeah. Yeah. The options really are endless.
There's another one I think I saw where it was like this, but they were doing like hexagons that hooked together somehow. They had like little there. That's it. Those, I think that's pretty slick too.
It is.
Whoever came with this is a great gift giving guide thing here for a collector. That's I don't know. I just think it's kind of unique, and it just shows you are ready to expand with those. That's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
It's built-in expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it looks like they just like kind of slide together. They do different colors and things like that. So
that's pretty slick.
Yeah.
I think I saw these on TikTok once, and I've been a big fan of these ever since.
Yeah, I
definitely like those.
True. I love them. I think they're cool.
Yeah. So
I don't think I'd be able to cover all my walls with those. That would be crazy.
It would be crazy. Yeah.
That would be a little bit. And I think they make ones like this though, but for inbox as well. They just have a little bit of a wider base, I believe. Trying to find them somewhere. Let's see. Yep, here they are. So they kind of just have a wider, like a longer base, it looks like.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
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 I don't like it as much. Nah, see, that doesn't look nearly as nice.
Yeah, you can barely see the shape. Yeah.
Yeah, you need that hexagon thing, the honeycomb.
Yeah.
It looked cooler. Yeah, once you lose that, it just kind of doesn't.
I definitely think it's a cleaner look when they're out of box. But I know not everyone is an out of box collector, so there's definitely options. But I think when it comes to these, they definitely look a little bit better out of box.
Yeah. Another thing for Funko Pop collectors is obviously Funkos themselves, but Bitty Pops. Bitty Pops are cheap. Yeah. They're affordable.
So, exactly. If you even the
like
Bitty Pop
that Han, I know I was just gonna say the Han Solo Bitty Pop ride with the Falcon. It's only it's under $10, so it would make a good stocking stuffer even.
I almost bought my son the Ninja Turtle version.
Yeah.
You get the van.
The turtle van? Yeah.
Yeah. I think it comes with Donatello and you get the van. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Then I was like, My only reason I didn't is because I'm like, if I send him down that path, I'll be the one having to worry about stepping on something that small in his room when it falls to his floor and he's not cleaned it up. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to avoid that. Like if it's big, I can see it. If it's small Lego size, can't tell you how many times I stepped on Lego, and that's a joke in our house now. How's your pain threshold 1 to Lego?
1 to Lego. I like that.
Because oh my God, if you've ever had a child in the middle of the night crying because they're sick and you run into a room blind and they were playing Legos earlier, whoo, that's a whole nother experience to have in life.
Yes. And speaking of Bitty Pops, there's also these that you can. I know they've started coming out with shelving ideas and stuff like that. Like they have the Death Star. I think they have like the Batman logo.
Yeah,
they do have shelving, items that they've come out with. But I think prior to that, I actually saw these pop up, I believe on Sidekick Inc.'s page. He had bought a few of these and kind of just stacked them up on his wall. But they're kind of held together with command strips. They're super light. And he kind of stacked up a bunch of them. So there's that. If you don't want to spend the money on the ones that Funko has, these are definitely a little bit of a cheaper alternative. But
$1.79, under $2. That's great.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
You could buy a couple of those for the price of a latte at Starbucks. Come on.
Pretty much, yeah.
You could basically shelf your whole Bitty Pop collection for the price of a latte with these. That's an awesome little. That's an awesome.
Yeah, they even have looks like a Funko soda case or something up there on the top.
Which one?
That one there, Funko soda. But crate? Oh, crate. Is that what it is? Crate or case?
Funko soda coaster.
Coaster. Is that what it is?
Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, it looked weird.
I don't know if those are those kind of. Oh, the soda. I wonder
holder, right?
Company.
It's like a castle. So maybe if it's Harry Potter.
But they look like Bitty Pops. Funko soda. Oh, maybe that's the company.
Oh, maybe.
That is the company. But look at that! Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cabbage cart.
That's pretty cool.
Do they have any Star Wars ones? That's the question.
Got a WWE one. Noah would like that. Oh, here's a Star Wars one. For the Mandalorian.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, man. That's not bad.
No, not bad. Especially for being 3D printed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not too bad at all. Let's see if they've got any others. I think this is a pretty well-known. Oh
yeah, look at that. The cantina.
Look at that one.
What?
That's cool.
That's slick.
I like that one.
That's
and I like that they have the Greedo and the Han sitting in the chairs.
Yeah, that's slick. Yeah. That's a good one. That was good.
That is well played. I like that. Take my money.
That was slick. I was like, what?
I'm gonna add that stuff to my favorites now.
Yeah, absolutely. And then they even I've printed some of these myself, but people do like the Funko soda coasters where you can kind of display your Funko sodas in a different way. So,
let's click on those.
Absolutely. So they kind of come with like a stand, a place for you to put your soda, like the can, and then usually have a little
the token.
Yep, a little slot for the pog right up the front. So yeah, and they make different.
These, don't you? You have these?
I've printed my own, actually, but yeah, I have something similar to these. They're definitely not as in depth. Like mine are not cobblestone, but they definitely do some pretty creative ones. Like they get pretty cool with it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I like how print almost everything now.
Do the chase and the other one. That's kind of neat. I've only, I think, in the past, just seen the one. Oh, I like the one with the stars. Look at that.
Yeah, so that one looks. I mean, I think that's a little bit more Star Wars-ish.
Yeah, perhaps. I would say so.
But yeah, this company is definitely pretty well known when it comes to 3D printing and displaying stuff. I mean, even like this one, it's not Star Wars related, but like those are coffins for your Funko sodas.
Dope.
Like,
That's dope.
I feel like Funko collectors come up with the best way to display Funko. Like, Funko just needs to listen to collectors, I think. Sometimes we know best.
Like, have contests create the next Funko display for your fandom, right? And do this every once in a while and see what like, I know Sam Adams used to do that, and that's how they used to find different brewers to switch so that Sam Adams never got stagnant after they went public. And on the stock exchange, they started doing a thing called Long Shot, and a guy I met in Arizona won it 3 times in a row, and he made so much money from having gotten accolades that he started his own brewery out there. So I was like, wow, I never heard a Long Shot until he had talked about it. And then anyone who was in the brewing is like, oh yeah, Sam Adams on the contest. So I'd like to see Funko kind of encourage that. I think it just gets, like you said, cool. It sparks the creativity. The fans get excited. I mean, I've seen these Funko fanatic events, and like, we're just straight Star Wars. I'm not as crazy and fanatical as some of the Funko fans that are out there. Like when they did that pirate booty one like last year, those people were nuts. They went nuts. So like now, if they did an event like that for Star Wars Funko, you better believe it. I would have been up there like, woo, going crazy. But like, man,
Patrick's cool. Up there taking his shirt off.
He's like, it's time to get rowdy.
I'd give you the full Monty if I got a cool pop out of it. All right, I'd do the full Monty. But these are great. These are great. Look at that. Like, this would be really cool. That one that you just showed with was it Nosferatu? I can't ever say that one.
Nosferatu.
Yeah, I think they would look cool in those little coffins. That would look really cool.
And I mean, Funko doesn't have any, at least when it comes to Star Wars, but I know for a little bit, I don't know if they've actually done any recently, but the Rewinds, so they even have like displays for those. So I know they had like Stitch ones, which are Wizard of Oz, things like that. I don't think there's a Star Wars one out, but there's even options for displaying those, which I think is pretty cool.
I don't think they were the best sellers though.
I don't think that they were, but you know, hey, they're out there.
I had a few that were kind of interesting, but I never went down that path.
I didn't either, but hey, you know, each to their own.
Neil says hi there. Hey, Niels.
Hey, Niels.
Niels. Yeah, so I mean, they definitely have a bunch of options. It seems like they keep just getting more creative with the things that, you know, people are able to print, but some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. Like I said, if anyone in the chat or if you're watching on the replay, let us know what Funko accessories would be on your Funko gift guide, what you would get your Funko collector, or what you want yourself as a Funko collector.
Yeah.
Now, something that I was thinking of also adding to it is, I finally on display for my Star Wars. Nice. Is when we talk about displays, how we display our Funkos. What is one of those little accessories that like I might not necessarily go spend the money on, but I wouldn't be objective to someone else buying it for me for a gift or something. Like you know. So I put on my list this year for sure. We'll see if we get them. But I said I wouldn't mind getting some lights, some kind of way to light them. And that's why I was asking Lex in one of our recent, like, what do you use? And she uses the round LEDs that can change color. So I think that's kind of neat. Yeah. This, I don't know. I kind of like this because I saw something like this. This is like a 2-pack. But I also saw where you get like a 6 or an 8-pack of these. They're very thin and they can magnetically stick. So I'm thinking the thinness is something I like, but they don't necessarily change the color because they got this is in a either silver white, like a bright white, or you have the soft warm light. But I'm thinking if I did something like this and I wanted to have color, well, I might just get some acetate and just, you know, at Hobby Lobby, just cut it up into strips and just put it over it, and I'd have color that way. You know, there are other options where you could buy these things where you could, you know, change the color and stuff like that. But I just think it's kind of neat.
Yeah, and if you get the ones that are rechargeable, like USB, like these ones are, right? Then you're not using batteries all the time.
Correct. And the original reason I was first looking is because I have a spot in my kitchen where I moved the microwave because it was in a spot where you can never really see because the contrast from, like, we have a bathroom off the kitchen, the contrast from that light into it was the only, and it's just so dark. So I moved it thinking, oh, there'll be more light. No. So I had to get something like this. And ever since I bought it, I was like, I might need something like this for the collection, put it on the top of the shelf, and it shine down. And do I do one or two? So I'm going to be experimenting with buying a few different lights and just to see before I said, because I didn't want to say, oh, I want this and buy 20 of them. So I wanted to get a few to see. But I think if you're looking for someone that is into collecting, displaying is part of that. And if you want to kind of do a little show off, you can do some kind of lighting. It doesn't have to be this. It could be like those round ones Lex and I were talking about before. You could do those strips where you got to do the strip lighting and stuff like that. There's all sorts of different options. But I do think kind of just helping light up your Funko display as a collector, something fun and, and fairly cheap. It's a fairly cheap gift. And it's, again, typically the collectors aren't always thinking of it, or it's like the last thing they're spending money on in their collection because they'd rather add another piece to the collection, right? So they're, I'm not thinking about the light. But those are always good things. So, like, between the displays, the lights, those are great ideas. Yeah.
And I think I might end up getting some sort of lighting for mine, too, because, like, I don't have lights in mine. And I kind of like the rectangle style like you have there, Patrick. So,
yeah, I just like the thinness of it. And I think that's key because I didn't want something to distract you from seeing the I don't know. I'm kind of in between different things. So I want to see this. If I could find something this thin that could be RGB and switch color, I'd 100% go that way. But I really haven't found anything that's this thin. That's the secret to this one. I thought it was kind of nice. Because originally I was thinking the LED strips, because I think I bought huge rolls for my daughter's room, and we never, they haven't gotten the rooms redone yet. But I bought a big thing of it, like redo her room. And I just thought trying to do that inside of the cabinet would be a little harder because I only have so many plugs, right? And you got to plug that in. So I was like, this would be the optimum for what I need to do, I think. Be able to charge it because I'm not going to have them on all the time. But when I want to, I could charge them up, be ready for that time, and pop them on.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can get like 4-packs, 6-packs, it looks like. They do look really sleek, though. I'm looking at the same ones here. Yeah.
Pretty fun. Not too shabby. And here's what I was saying before. You can get, like, larger packs of these,
Yeah. Right? And it just mounts to magnets, and then you can just pull them off and charge them as you need to.
Yeah. To me, it was like, these are slick. These are pretty slick.
Yeah. Yeah, I like them. What else you guys got? You guys got anything else for gift guide for Funko collectors? I think we covered everything pretty much.
I think we definitely got a lot of stuff.
I think so.
Yeah. I think we definitely knocked it out of the park. But if there's anything you guys think of or something that you've, possibly wanted as a Funko Pop collector, let us know. We'll add our list, down in the description, perhaps. Or maybe I'll even create like a little post that we can kind of share that has, our Star Wars Popcast gift giving guide of 2024, perhaps.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Neil says IKEA maybe. I got from IKEA my display. Yeah.
IKEA.
That's where I got mine. The D12s are.
IKEA. Yeah, these behind me are IKEA.
Yep, the Billies.
Yeah, the Billies. Yep.
IKEA is pretty good for.
It is.
I would say not expensive, but like Billy cases, the details, they could cost you some cash, But I find them somewhat cost effective because if you really are looking for bookshelves, they're a lot more expensive shelves than these. But I feel
for sure,
for the price point of these shelving, units. They're really nice. Even the other set I have in my other room is the knockoff from Target.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, they're, I don't know, about a foot shy of the same height and probably about 3 inches short of the same width. But they look just as nice. And I actually like those for the fact that I could put something on the top of them. So there's different, you can mix and match when you're doing your shelving or however you're trying to do your collection. Like, I think for me, I like having the shelves. I might end up doing some things floating as I move into the other room and maybe pull things that maybe aren't Funko and put those on some things floating. I don't know. We'll see. I want to have some more artwork because I think that's one thing I'm lacking. It's just artwork. I have that really nice piece my wife got me last
Christmas. You mentioned artwork. Funko, Star Wars Funko collectors. We got one of the best Star Wars Funko photographers here. Art prints.
Yes, true. If anyone needs a print of a character or something, you're more than welcome to message me.
But also, for out of box displaying, you picked them up. I'm surprised you didn't bring them up. The backgrounds like you got for your Queen Amidala on the throne there, whatever those backgrounds are, the cardboard ones.
Yes,
the displays.
And it's funny you say that because I ordered another one, not from Cardboard Galaxy, but from somebody else. I tried. They had a Black Friday sale. I haven't received. But then I also got an email. And I couldn't tell if it was fake or phishing. It was like UPS. I had a package, and I was like, last time I saw it was total spam and phishing.
I mean, you better click the link right away, Patrick.
Yeah, right.
Obviously.
I don't want to do anything during the holiday season that's going to hack my account and have a card, canceled or anything during the holidays. I've had that happen years ago, and I will never deal with that again. That was a headache. Yeah, because everything takes longer during the holidays. Like, I got to get my package. I did not get to the day because I was running around. I did not get to the post office today. Closed on Sundays. I got to go Monday to get your packages. Chris, my only worst nightmare is when I take it to the U.S. Postal Service. They say, "Do you want to just leave it here for a while because they're not shipping it?" I don't know when are you guys going to.
I don't know how that'll work.
Parcels moving.
I don't know how that works. Like the U.S. Post might send it. It might. That's what I was wondering. It might get stuck at the border.
Are there igloos of packages now people could be living in?
Igloos. Wow. Stereotyping there.
No, igloos of packages, and the Canadians are sitting there waiting, and people are hanging out. Look at all this, and they're just pulling them out. Like, I don't know whose is this. It's mine now because it ain't going anywhere soon.
It's like one of those warehouses where you just go like pick up boxes, and you're like, oh, for $5, like let's see what's in here.
Exactly.
they're selling everyone's stuff off.
It's a thing, man. It's a thing.
They do that a lot down here. Yeah.
They're like, this box is $5, this is $10, but like they're unopened, so like you have to like pay the money and then see like
mystery boxes.
What do I get from $10 from Amazon? Like,
hey, underwear.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's good stuff, sometimes it's not so great stuff, but each to their own.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, cause I don't know if I'll get your gifts out either before the holidays. So
yeah, we'll probably get it in the summer.
Maybe
you're going when things thaw out up there.
We'll have like a Swinter episode then.
Because even if the strike ends, I don't know, this week, it's still behind.
3-4 weeks behind.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like, does FedEx deliver?
Yeah, I mean you can send it FedEx, but the thing is you might get charged like duty again.
Yeah, like the last time we got all that crap with FedEx.
Yeah,
but like with DHL, is that that's obviously still going, right?
Yeah, DHL, FedEx, UPS, Pure Later, we're all going up here. So, but
I don't get it. I don't get it. You would think that the United, Postal Service for Canada, that's a priority over the individual ones, the private companies. I don't think.
Yeah, but they're on strike. They want more money. Yeah.
Well, it's a weird thing, right? Because I do think you need to have communication for the people, and mail is kind of like a given thing. Like, yeah, it's free, but we've moved away from mail so much with email and all these other ways, messaging, texting, Slack, Teams, all those kind of different ways that the mail really still kind of gets kicked in the rear. And this is probably the only time that anyone really gives a flying crap about the mail is when they're trying to mail Christmas gifts, right? It's this is that big push. So having been on strike prior to that, like, what did they start during your Thanksgiving or no?
October, right? When they went on strike?
Yeah, did they start in October when you guys have?
When was it? No, it was in November. It was in November they went on strike. Yeah,
that's just, to me that's just crazy.
Oh, it is. It's nuts. Yeah.
No gifts for you.
Yeah, no. Lex, I'll get them out Monday. But Lex will have it in a couple days.
Yeah, send it postal. Don't do like FedEx or anything. Don't spend the extra money.
I'm not going to try to FedEx again because God knows they spend enough money sending it and then still owed the money.
I know. So yeah, right. So
that's crazy. And I told you I went to the store here and they said, "Oh, you don't have anything." I said, "That's not the case. My friend got this," and I ended up paying it. But like they're like, "I don't really think you need to pay it. I just want to pay it so my friend doesn't get harassed anymore."
Right.
He's like, "What?" I said, "He is getting harassed by whatever FedEx up there in Canada." He's like, "What?" And I said, "Yeah." Like, did they try to charge him duties or something? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I said that I don't
exactly what it was. I was like, "What the hell?
Why is it?" But I don't understand why you're paying anything. It's a gift or a postal for me. It's not like you bought something, you got to pay tax on it. That's not.
It's not like he sent like something that was over $600, and then I get it. Like, right? They didn't pay. But
they told me to tell them to pound salt, and originally I was thinking that, but I was like, you know what? I don't want you to have to deal with it, so I just fuck it.
Yeah,
they're like, I think you're.
That's pretty crazy.
I was like, whatever, just to get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll have to get mine out, and I gotta send some other gifts out too this week.
Yeah. Well, we'll do our gift exchange in the spring when
TBD
when we all get it.
Easter.
Easter. Yeah. Or you guys can just tell me when you guys open yours.
You know what? Lex and I'll do ours, and we'll have to do a special one just for you.
Later on, yeah.
A special episode just for Chris.
Yeah, a second episode later.
Yeah, Chris, you're gonna have. You know what? Chris is gonna have to film going to the post office in Canada and a giant fucking tower of boxes and come crashing through it like the Kool-Aid guy. Got my package. That's you got to crash through a wall of packages with the package from Lex and I. That would be epic. Epic.
Yeah, I doubt there's the pile of packages, but yeah, who knows?
Somewhere in Canada.
Yeah, somewhere, probably in their warehouse. Yeah, but I think that'll do it for this episode. I think.
Yeah,
we got our gift guide. Pretty good list there. So yeah, check that out. Like Lex said, maybe we'll probably make some sort of post, and you guys can add to it on Instagram there. And continue to ask us any questions too, because if we get any questions from you guys on Instagram, we'll do a Q&A video or something like that, or ask the Popcast or whatever. So we'll do that too.
What, two more episodes?
Yeah, a couple more episodes. Yeah.
So I think we've got what we need to have in the next.
We've got our ranking. We got to rank all the Funko Pops from 2024, which we did for last year. So we got to do that coming up, and then. We were going to do a gift exchange, but I don't know if we'll do that.
The other idea is, because I started to prepare for it, is to be able to submit to Funko our ideas for Funko Pops they should have. I have a nice little list of links and everything now. So
we'll do our wish list. We'll do our wish list for 2025 and submit our ideas.
We should. That would be fun. That would be a fun one too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So stay tuned. We'll have a couple more episodes before the end of the year.
And if you're a fan watching, definitely think about that episode, because they can, if they throw it in the chat. The two things that I was doing was naming a character, and then I was grabbing the link from Star Wars Databank. So you give them that link. They've got images. They got a little reference to who the character is. So if you're in the chat, think of that, and then take the name and the link and paste that in when we do that, and we'll include your ideas and the people and characters you want to see made as Funko Pops.
Yeah. But where can people find you, Patrick, when you're not on here with us? What are you up to?
When I'm not on here with you two cool cats, I'm on my station over at Poptography, and on all the social media outlets, you'll see Poptography YT. It's been a little crazy, so I'm not sure at how. I honestly thought I had more time during this time, and I really don't have enough time. I feel like I'm running out. But I'm trying to get some new images out there in the next week or so. I think I'm backed up on some vids. I got some recording to do today, so I've got some unboxings, some on the hunts coming, which is going to be fun, and some new images always releasing. There'll be some videos, some behind the scenes, because I don't think I even dropped the behind the scene video for first appearance of Darth Vader, the Anakin from Mustafar.
No, not yet.
So, I have that to publish, and I'm not even going to do one for the Vader one I did a week ago. I kind of came to the decision like I could, but I don't know. I'd rather just kind of move on. Like that's what I was saying. Like with everything switching, my schedule kind of got a little out of whack. So I might skip a video on that one, but that you can find me there. And I've been participating in some other Funko collaborations. So if you see that out in Instagram and stuff today, please give those other fellow collaborators a follow. This is something that guys, I've been looking for. Is I feel like trying to find someone that shoots Star Wars toy photography is one thing. To niche down like myself, Star Wars Funko, that's a really small niche. So I feel like I'm, a really
sense of belonging. A sense of belonging.
It is. So it's nice that I finally found a little set of Funko photogs that I can hang my hat and hang out with. So
our little Patrick is growing up, making some friends. We're happy for you. Blossoming, yeah. Becoming a real man.
Yes. But besides, enough about me. When you're not here with us two old dudes, where can people find you, Lex?
Well, when I'm not here with you two gentlemen, I am on my own channel, which is Jedi Lex, and I kind of just do everything and all things Star Wars. So trying to still, make my way and figure things out, doing some Skeleton Crew reactions, which has been fun to kind of get back into the swing of things. I think I'm going to try to schedule my Lego live stream for sometime next week, but there's just a lot of stuff going on with the holidays. So I think we're going to be doing a Gals of the Galaxy stream again, a Secret Bantha. I'm doing some stuff with some other Lego creators, so I think that's going to be on the 10th, so that's right around the corner. So a lot of things kind of in the works behind the scenes, but still trying to, just make my way and find, getting back into the swing of content creating. But it's been a fun experience, and it's been great to be back on with you guys, so thank you. But Chris, when you're not here with me and Patrick, where can people find you?
Well, when I'm not on here with the both of you talking all things Funko, I'm on my own channel, Seriously Star Wars, doing weekly Star Wars videos, anything Star Wars. Opened up a Funko Pop that I recently picked up last month there, so that's exciting. And then like Lex and Patrick, got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes with the best Star Wars collectible of the year video coming out with some other content creators coming on this year, and of course my top 10 Funkos of the year will be coming out soon, and hopefully, fingers crossed, a room tour before the end of the year. So, fingers crossed.
I'm not even ready for a room tour.
Yeah.
So things have changed in the collection room here, as you can see on camera. But yeah,
couldn't notice.
Couldn't notice, exactly. But thanks everyone for watching and joining us this afternoon and hanging out with us in the chat. And we'll see everyone in the next episode.
Bye, guys.
See you.